Good morning, everybody. I'm Eureka John, and you're at Eureka Street Crypto Hub, and I'm broadcasting live on FloatDop. That's FLO Float app dot app. Yeah, FLOTE dot app, and it's just an independent crypto-based platform for a new decentralized social media platform on the IPFS network. Kind of like a fusion between YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, but yeah, it doesn't have censorship. They're anti-censorship, which I do like, and the video streaming works great on this platform. So yeah, that's why I enjoy using it. Anyway, so this is my morning brain dump, my video blog, where I just talk about anything and everything that I've learned. Sorry, about crypto the day before, and I learned about crypto every single day. And I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not shilling anything, and yeah, it's just what it is. It's not financial advice, and I'm not your teacher. So yeah, make mistakes along the way, and this shows my just experimentation with those mistakes. And yeah, so if you hear something that comes out of left field, yep, it's about par for the course. So. Yeah, man, it's time to get up and go to work. I'm trying to wake up here. It's like 5:35 in the morning on November 18th, 2021. And Thanksgiving's creeping up on us. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on, man. I've been working with the Taoist producing some podcasts. We have the podcast Hatchery getting ready to come out of the Bankless DAO. I'm working with both of those teams. And let's see it. I'll be having some good guests coming up on this show, so I will keep those under wraps until they come out. And yeah, that's about it. And let's see here. Let's look at the old CoinGecko, see where the market is. The market's had a slight retracement, which is good. It's buying time. I don't know about this fear and greed index. I don't really pay attention to that stuff, but I actually will take a look at it here today. Fear and greed index crypto. Let's see what it's like for the crypto market. It's basically just this needle that, basically in times of pumping, that's basically greed, and and then right whenever it gets to a max point, everybody suddenly gets scared. And yeah, so fear and greed index, Bitcoin sentiment on alternative.me. Each day we analyze emotions. Hold on, let me see how this looks up on the screen over here so I can make sure you can see the whole thing. Okay, yeah. All right. Hold on, make a couple adjustments because I don't have a producer. I am my own producer, and I don't have a team of researchers or anything like that. It's just me waking up in the morning, halfway here, just trying to coherently say a couple words out of my mouth. So each day we analyze emotions and sentiments from different sources and crunch them into one simple number, the fear and greed index for Bitcoin and other large cryptocurrencies. So right now, the fear and greed index is about neutral. Last week was extreme greed whenever everything was way up. And yeah, everybody, wee, party. And then yesterday it went down to neutral, and then now it's at neutral. Yeah, so I don't think I ever felt a sense of fear, although I kind of just like ignorantly just blunder through this entire crypto space. I started in 2018, and I was like, bah! And it's kind of just been like that ever since then. So I'm not exactly your go-to for amazing crypto technical analysis. So yeah, but that's a fear and greed index. Let's see what this is like over time. I'm not sure I really would go by fear and greed. Why measure fear and greed? The crypto market behavior is very emotional. People tend to get greedy when the market is rising, which results in FOMO. And also, people often sell their coins in irrational reaction of seeing red numbers. Without our fear and greed index, we try to save you from your own emotional reactions. Here are two simple assumptions. Extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. When investors are getting too greedy, it means the market's due for a correction. So yeah, whenever Bitcoin is like shooting up, I don't know, up to 65,000, for instance, you get people in the office, getting neighbors, be like, so you're into Bitcoin, aren't you? Yeah, you must be doing pretty well. Have you heard about that Shiba Inu? And then whenever things drop, you get this like extra savvy person that, savvy in quotes. Yeah, it comes up to me. I heard Shiba Inu dropped like 300%. Like I have Shiba Inu, but they kind of like the whole little trying to poke at me, telling me how dumb my crypto interests are, in a subtle way, uh, yeah, and it's like, all right, dude, or if or if Bitcoin drops, yeah, I hear Bitcoin's tanking. What do you think about that? You're into crypto, right? Yeah, yeah, okay. Therefore, we analyze the current sentiment of Bitcoin market and crunch numbers into a simple meter from 0 to 100. 0 means extreme fear, while 100 means extreme greed. See below further information on our data sources. And I'm not really going to go through all the data sources. I guess I will. Volatility, 25%. Market volume, 25%. Social media, 15%. They have these social media bots that scan mentions of specific cryptocurrencies. Surveys, currently paused. Dominance 10%, trends 10%. Anyway, yeah, that's the fear and greed index. In case you're interested. I'm not that interested. Okay, so Bitcoin $60,121.24. Ethereum $4,258.52. It's weird saying that these are amazing times to buy, but in light of where I think things are going, yeah. I'm kind of permeable on Web 3.0, especially when I see how there's so many other use cases for Web 3.0 through NFTs beyond just art, and just for just a lot of smart contracts, just the automation of smart contracts and the whole concept of that, and the whole idea of blockchain and Bitcoin kind of being an immutable store of truth, and the more valuable the Bitcoin is, the crypto is, the more decentralized and secure the network is, because they're selling block space, they're selling truth, and truth is valuable, and it's getting more and more valuable. The more propaganda and the more of this kind of quasi fluid reality that we're kind of dealing with, where there's so many contradictions and stuff right now being thrown right in our face. So truth is becoming a valuable, I don't really think it's a commodity. It's highly valuable now. So anyway, Binance Coin 576.56, Solana 211.06, Cardano $1.85, XRP $1.10, Polkadot 41.20, USDC. Oh, it's a stable coin. So Tether and USDC are stable coins. Dogecoin 23 cents. The Sheebs, some weird number way down below zero. And Avalanche up to 104.97. Avalanche has been hitting a lot of steam lately. There's a lot of dApps being put on Avalanche as an alternative to Ethereum. I've enjoyed playing on Avalanche. Once you can get over this kind of learning curve of bringing things, what was it, the C chain, the P chain, and hold on, let's go here. Avalanche wallet store. Let's see here. Well, there's 3 different versions of chains. So like the P chain is if you're running a node, the C chain is if you're connecting your MetaMask to it, and it's in order to connect to websites. And then there's another chain, I can't remember what is it called, like the L chain, I don't know, but that's like Avalanche blockchain proper. And I don't know, but once you get over that little learning curve of how to navigate back and forth between the 3 of those chains, you're good to go. And but Avalanche has some pretty cool dApps on there. I've already talked about this Wonderland.money app with a little Cheshire cat symbol. They have if I can get the website to pull up. Let's see here. So this is the Wonderland app. It's basically like a fork of Ethereum. Not Ethereum, a fork of Olympus DAO on the Ethereum mainnet. But obviously the Ethereum mainnet's a little expensive right now to work on. So this is a fun way to do that. And then over here we have the Trader Joe XYZ decentralized marketplace, where you can put in liquidity and all that type of stuff, just like your standard AMM automated market maker, decentralized exchange. And everything's taking a while to pull up. So anyway, and then I've been playing around on the smartcoin.farm. I'm not sure exactly what to think about it. But yeah, I've just been playing with it. And then let's see here. I mean, there's a bunch of other dApps. For instance, Insurace.io, which is insurance for DeFi apps. It's on Avalanche. We have Aave on Avalanche. I mean, a lot of things are bridging to Avalanche, and and from Ethereum and vice versa. So yeah. Anyway, I was having some fun yesterday, and I was talking about. I found this right here. Come along for the journey. This is madrealities.xyz, and like I said before, NFTs, crypto, smart contracts, they're disrupting the entire world. The whole idea of decentralized finance, and I was explaining all this stuff to my wife yesterday. I'm just like, it just takes out the middleman. Like middlemen suck. Like middle person, middle people, and realty, middle people, and shows, and TV productions, and middle people in business and finance. I mean, like, I don't know. There's the customer, and then there's the creator. And why is it so hard to get those two to be able to talk to each other? I guess if you're selling a house, a lot of people want the realtor as the middle person because they don't want to deal with somebody, people with all their little fickle issues coming in, because buying a house is a huge emotional purchase, and the realtor is kind of the buffer between that, in order to help them find a buyer as well. I don't know. I mean, maybe middle people are necessary. I don't. It's that can be a whole other philosophical debate, but as far as middle people can also be a source of taking advantage of people. For instance, look at the banking industry and the credit industry. I mean, it just is. Yeah, it can be completely corrupted when you get several layers of middle people in there, like with charities, like I talked about a couple days ago. It's like you have the giver, and then you have the recipient way down here. The giver gives $10, and the recipient receives like a nickel of that because they're too busy paying off kickbacks and overhead and paychecks and payroll and all this other crap. Somebody's Lexus that they need for taking a potential client out to dinner and stuff like that. I don't know. Anyway, I found this madrealities.xyz, and this is a new interactive dating show that anyone can participate in, powered by crypto. Just when I think I've seen it all, and it never fails, never fails in the crypto world. And it's kind of a crowd-funded viewer participation type of game show, like a dating game show. And I'm married, so obviously I don't really, not gonna try to jump on this show. Plus I'm old, so let me just refresh the screen. That Brave has the shield and is blocking, but it looks fun, and it's something that Gen Z right now is in the prime of developing, and it looks like the people that develop this are Gen Zers. So yeah, man, more power to them. But it's cool. It's good design. It looks fun. It looks original. So let me show you this concept. Like, you get your ticket, and the holders of an NFT Rose ticket can vote in the cast, decide outfits and scenes, and win exclusive prizes for interacting. And a little Vitalik Buterin right there. It starts with season 0. Help our contestants find love by voting in 6 new people each week. Season 0 would take place over 6 weeks this winter, with new episodes airing every Sunday night. Yeah, I believe these two are creators right here, these two ladies. So come along for the journey. The crowdfund backers will receive special NFTs that act as a ticket into the show. Episode 0, we're starting this project off with a pilot, or as we like to call it, Episode 0. This fall will be in the room where it happens. The ticket drop will drop new tickets for purchase for those that did not get to participate in the initial crowdfund. Community-driven casting call. It's the community's job to nominate and collectively crowdsource contestants for the initial cast. Season 0 will take place over 6 weeks, winter 2022. The new episodes aired every Sunday night. Vote in new contestants each week. The Mad Realities, or something, I can't read that word. Down the line, Mad Realities will be a DAO. Okay, so you get your ticket. All right, so how does that work? be a founding member of the first decentralized media network instead of decentralized autonomous organization. It's a media network. So we believe the future of media is going to be entirely flipped on its head as Web3 becomes more mainstream. The creation of new forms of media will be collaborative. Contributors will be collaborative. Contributors will have ownership beyond zero sum, meaningless credits, and the content will be formed around the sentiment of the community interacting with it as being created. Mad Realities is the MTV of a new kind of TV with infinite possibilities. Our shows are social experiences from conception to consumption, audience owned and audience governed. Interesting. So it's like WandaVision, but Wanda is the audience. So you can join their Discord. A little SIM card, right? And interesting new way to, I mean, just like, for instance, it kind of reminds me too of Stoner Cats. That was kind of not kind of, it is crowdfunded by NFTs, and this came out from Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, and basically they were the first people to circumvent, because the Hollywood elites did not necessarily think that they wanted to base an entire show around stoned cats and marijuana and stuff like that. So they decided that they were going to go ahead and fund the show themselves through the use of NFTs. And yeah, this is, it looks pretty funny, I don't know. But either way, the whole concept of going around platforms like Netflix and stuff like that in order to be able to fund their shows, they're funding it themselves through the sale of these NFTs. And it brought a lot of new people into the NFT space. People that, and it was on the Ethereum blockchain, and a lot of these people did not understand the concept of gas prices and failed transactions and stuff like that. So it did create some disappointment. Seth MacFarlane, Chris Rock, Jane Fonda, but anyway, yeah. So let's go back to Mad Realities TV, because I've already talked about this one. But this is a kind of a similar but different concept, and I think this also. Okay, we had high-profile names like Chris Rock and Jane Fonda and Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher come in and suddenly throw down these cartoon NFTs, and everybody kind of heard of NFTs, but they weren't quite sure, and they were jumping into this Ethereum market. I think people that would get into Mad Realities TV, unless it really picks up a lot of mainstream media, would kind of be a little more savvy about this stuff. So I think in that aspect, it could be more successful. As far as like people, the backlash of people being like, "What gas?" So Mad Realities crowdfund right now they want to get 150 ETH. So 150 ETH. Why don't I just take a photo? All right, so 150 ETH. Let's see here. At 4,200 times 150. So that's $630,000. So the TLDR, we're crowdfunding 150 ETH to support the creation of Mad Realities, the first Web3 interactive TV channel, starting with a dating show anyone can participate in. Buying an NFT in this crowdfund gives you the ability to vote and interact with the show, a lifetime membership into all things Mad Realities, a special governance powers based on the tier you buy, and goes towards funding this community-driven season. If this sounds interesting to you or something you'd like to be a part of, read on. So our podium is closed for the top 3 1 NFT tickets. I'll show you what that means here in a second. So they gave the winners, these first, second, and third place podiums of supporters, and these are the NFTs. That's pretty cool looking NFTs. So meet Mad Realities, a team of creatives, visual artists, and developers building the first interactive Web3 dating show with its community at its core. Our show will be powered by our community. The line between audience and creator will blur as members of our community vote on cast members who makes it to the season finale and what happens on dates each week. NFTs will act as tickets into this new world of content and can create incentive structures to reward active contributors within our community. The show is a catalyst for a new community and an opportunity to provide experiences that span across the physical world, digital world, and the metaverse. We feel strongly about 3 things. Interactivity and shared experience. Actually, that's 4 things there. No, it's 3 things. So we're supposedly in a golden era of content with abundant optionality and sophisticated personalization algorithms. But the experience of consuming content today is passive and revolves around convenience for the consumer. So basically, we're just told to sit down and shut up on our couch and just consume and be brainwashed by everything Netflix gives us. This gives us the chance to buy into the experience, to become a participant in the show, to own a part of the show in a way, So they say we see the content going a step further, community formed around shared attention and events. We like the visual of friends sitting on the couch together watching TV as it airs. So yeah, back in the days when you would have friends get together or with your family all get together watching the same show on TV as it airs right then. And we believe the content that will best embody the social experience will be interactive and will demand active participation from those involved. So now with things being on demand, a way to get people involved is to kind of actually have a stake in the show, by owning a piece of show, by being a participant, by being a character on that show, by being able to determine what the characters wear and who they date and stuff like that, and by helping with the storyline. So co-creation. So another thing that they feel strongly about is co-creation and ownership. From a production standpoint, television is extremely centralized. In network, Hollywood creatives are responsible for the content consumed by the majority of consumers, and distribution lies in the hands of antiquated networks and streaming platforms. Absolutely true. We believe the future of media is going to be entirely flipped on its head as Web3 becomes more mainstream. Yes, and I cannot agree with this enough. The creation of new forms of media will be collaborative. Contributors will have ownership beyond zero sum, meaningless credits, and the content will be formed around the sentiment of the community interacting with it as it is being created. And then point number 3 that they feel strongly about, making Web3 more accessible to consumers. We believe Web3 is the future and has real staying power, yet the barrier to entry for those who are curious is still too high. We want our show to be the first step consumers take down the rabbit hole by creating content that is appealing to both crypto native and non-native users and teaching new users to set up a wallet or buy or claim an NFT. We want to abstract away the crypto intimidation factor while still teaching Web3 fundamentals. Hopefully this kind of alleviates a little bit more with the whole merging of ETH 1.0 and ETH 2.0, and gas prices will drop. But I've said it over and over again. I don't think that Ethereum will be the actual day-to-day active layer. I think things will be happening on Web 2 and stuff like that. I'm not sure which layer this one is on. It's probably on Ethereum layer 1, but they may want to take a look at that as Stoner Cats ran into new people coming in and just being blown away by crazy gas prices, because the demand for the Stoner Cats made a spike in the gas prices, and a lot of people had failed transaction and would lose like $800 just in gas, trying to get through a transaction that failed. So Mad Realities is the MTV of a new type of TV with endless possibilities. Our shows are both, maybe not the MTV I remember, but then again, I'm old, back when MTV still played music and stuff like that. And, I would listen to late night MTV, MTV 101. They played all the new wave stuff, but that was back in the 90s. But anyway, the MTV they're referring to is this MTV with a bunch of reality shows and stuff like that. Our shows are social experiences from conception to consumption. We are starting with a dating show, but see reality TV as a content-led community. A social experience to be shared. That means content is just one piece of the experience. Beyond the show, there are ways to provide value to our engaged community, whether it be decentralized co-creation opportunities, raffles, giveaways, and dating utility. So anyway, they go through the content of season 0. Episodes 1 through 5 will be first date vignettes. Each episode will have one known contestant decided to start a season 0. It's the community's job to nominate and collectively vote on the initial 5 cast members who will be the main character of their own episode. So they'll have casting calls, open up for potential love interest. You, the community, are responsible for helping our contestants find love. Contestants will get to pick the 2 dates they would like to go on based on the top 3 voted nominees. And then episode 6 will be an all-expensed second date. And then the community will help decide what lucky pair will do as they get to know each other better. How an episode could look, right? It'll be a fun house of first date horrors. Contestants will partake in dates coordinated by Mad Realities. It can only leave for one mandated bathroom break when the date timer expires, or at any point they shout, "I really don't like this person," extremely loud. Other features, live commentary, a best friend cam. Each participant is accompanied by their best friend who sits together on a couch in a side room on camera discussing how the date is going. Then the bathroom break. What they're told halfway through the date, we pull out one participant to go to the bathroom, to be interviewed on how they think it's going. To signal this, a butler will come out to the date and whisper in the chosen participant's ear that this is happening. The participant must then say, "I have to go to the bathroom," to be excused. Body language expert, a laugh counter, and a debrief. So here's some interactivity. The casting, when season 0 goes live, we'll hold our first ever community-driven casting call. So the community participates in that. And each week, casting calls will be open up for the second contestant of the episode. Then there's contestant prep. Before each date, contestants will look to the community to help them decide their outfit for their special first date. There's predictions based on what contestants are going to say during their confessional episodes. So, yeah, there's a prediction market going on. Maybe they could start an entire DeFi. What is it? Augur that does that? The prediction markets? Or is it Ampleforth? I don't know. Yeah, but it's one of those currencies that's nothing but prediction markets. So choose your own adventure finale. Leading up to the finale of the season, there will be a vote held for the favorite couple of the season who will make it onto a second date. So it's a completely interactive show. Here's the leaderboard of all the backers, and 0 is the cryptocurrency. So there's the podium tickets. Oh no, you saw the podium tickets up at the top here. 1, 2, and 3 for the backers, and I'll show you the ranks of them. Then there's 3 different editions. There's 420 of the rose tickets for 0.1 Ethereum. There's 100 of the cerulean rose ticket, and then there's the sangria rose ticket is the first one. And then there's 69 of the midnight rose tickets. 420 and 69. Noise. Jeez, man, I'm too old for this stuff. What do you get by buying in now? Buying an NFT means that you'll be given special governance powers in the show in addition to voting on the cast members. Okay, each tier comes with its own set of special governance powers as ticket holders. You will also receive 0 tokens. This engagement mechanism native to Season 0. Disclaimer, the token associated with this crowdfund is purely for fun. Sometimes we forget that in the crypto space. And Mad Realities will not put up a liquidity pool at this time. Although I wouldn't be surprised to see somebody just jump on Uniswap or whatever and form their own liquidity pool for something like this. So, Sequin Rose ticket awarded to first place backers. Special powers: they get producer credits, receive a commemorative NFT of a top clip from the show, get a video of everyone at an in-person event bowing down to you. Oh, jeez. Then there's the Bling Bling Rose ticket. Bling Bling Rose ticket. Special powers: automatically put your friend in the show. Okay, play host for an episode. If in New York City, get a special shout out in the document. In the episode, contestants say, "Hey, you!" And then Smoke Rose ticket. Okay, have a drink named after you. Play a role of your choice for an episode. If you're not in New York City, have an actor play you. Midnight Rose ticket. Get a special title on the show. Be an extra if in New York City, or have your face or profile pic superimposed on someone. Pick a drop a pickup line that has to be used. Yeah, I should send this to my daughter. I think she would really love this. She's perfect age for this, college age, and yeah. She'd probably eat this up. Think it's hilarious. Cerulean Rose ticket. Help contestants pick wardrobe for date, play a role in date set design, get free limited edition MR merch. And then Sangria Rose ticket. Access to live chat, watch exclusive extra content, pick date, final date activity, and access virtual and in-person parties. So yeah, funds will go towards bringing Mad Realities into reality. It's going to be mad. You can expect your funds to go towards supporting core contributors, a team of hungry founders, developers, creative artists, and community ringleaders. So through their Discord, you could get involved in this and become a part of the production team in a way. Operating expenses. We want to put on a show that's unforgettable. In order to do so, we'll be covering all things production, development, and blockchain-related fees. Contestants, putting your dating life on display is no easy feat. True. Sometimes you don't think about that. You just think these people just want a bunch of attention. But I actually was almost on Big Brother 10. I was like in they picked like 10 people, I believe, or something like that. And I was down to the last 20 of being picked, and I got flown out to Los Angeles and I had to like stay in this hotel for like 2 or 3 days and not leave the hotel and not talk to anybody and talk to all these interviewers and all this stuff. And it was a pretty intense process, and I'm actually glad I didn't get picked. It would have like basically ruined my life at the time. I just wasn't, I can't imagine myself doing anything like that back then. I thought I was probably ready for it, but yeah. But yeah, it was an interesting experience. And then yeah, so I can see how putting your life on public display like that at the time I wasn't ready for it psychologically or emotionally. Now that I think of myself way back in 2007, right? And that was what, 15 years ago, something like that. Yeah, there's no way I could have done that and like, been a good person. But you know, so yeah, it's a contestants. So putting your dating life on display is no easy feat because everybody's watching you and picking at you and making criticisms and judgments about you based upon your behavior. So contestants will win special prizes for their season and season zero. So yeah, they should be compensated for that. And most excitingly, the season finale is all expense date for the community's favorite couple. Want to organize a watch party with community members in your city? Want to throw in an end of season themed banger? Want to create your own interactive show? We do all the above with Mad Realities. So community proposals for future projects. Right on, man. So yeah, so once you claim your Rose NFT ticket, you'll be added to the Mad Realities Discord server where you can meet others in the community, vote on creative show. So it's a whole communal thing, This whole NFT drives community and it creates, a DAO. And right now DAO is a buzzword that's being thrown around a lot, and you have characters who are contrarians in the crypto space, like Chris Black, saying what just because you have a good Discord server doesn't mean you're suddenly a DAO, and there's a lot of truth to what he's saying with that. So I mean, but this is a cool way to use crypto and blockchain technology and DAOs to take back some of the production power and give it to the community. And yeah, while it may still be kind of centralized in a way, it's a start, and I think it's very creative. And this is and boy, these kids, they got something going on there, don't they? So yeah, we want to bridge the physical world, digital world, and the metaverse. Down the line, Mad Realities will be a universe of social experiences created, funded, and owned by the DAO. By giving community ownership, the community will be empowered to build their own experiences that increase the value of Mad Realities universe. Future iterations could include building a Mad Realities governance token, building out dating features that can be spun into micro communities, swiping on community members, sending digital roses and chocolates, etc., expanding beyond the dating genre and opening up the opportunity of co-creating new types of decentralized shows. City DAOs that host events and earn revenue through NFT tickets, decentralized YouTube, and more. Anyway, so yeah, it just sounds like they got a lot of creative juices flowing there, and a lot of ideas. So these are the people involved. There's Devin Luton and Alice Ma, and yeah, they are the co-founders of this. I'd pulled them up before, but I ended up, using the Twitter to browse other stuff. So here's Alice Mama 15, her Twitter, and I believe they're both out of New York City. So yeah, oh, this is Devin Lutan. All right. So and then here's Brooklyn, New York, and let's see, Mad Realities to XYZ, Simp for Constitution DAO, and that's actually where I first heard of it. I was going to talk about Constitution DAO, but I ran out of time because I just got so involved in it, and it looks like she's a simp for Constitution DAO too, with the two little Constitution icons emojis right there. But yeah, I first found out about this project because she had posted in the Constitution DAO, "Can I please run a singles only channel on your Discord server?" I was like, what is this spam that somebody's putting in the Constitution DAO Twitter page? But then I realized, and I looked into it, and I was like, oh, this is not spam, And so the whole concept, Gen X, I met my spouse at a bar. Yeah, well, all right. Yeah, I did meet my spouse. Well, I was DJing at her hair salon, but then we went to a bar. In person. Millennial, I met my spouse on a dating app, and then Gen Z, I met my spouse in a DAO, and we both joined to buy the U.S. Constitution. So yeah, this is a good way to meet somebody, your significant other. I think so. Maybe Gen X had it wrong. Maybe meeting a person at the bar is not the right solution. Maybe you should meet your spouse in a DAO. Where you both joined trying to buy the U.S. Constitution. And right here's where they've raised $40 million so far to try to, just within like a week, to try to buy the Constitution. I'll talk about this tomorrow. I was going to talk about it today, but, I got a little carried away. That's what I do, though. I get carried away, go on tangents, a squirrel, just, yeah, that's just my personality, man. So anyway, back to Mad Realities XYZ. I think this is a fun project, if I was a Gen Zer in the dating world, I would have eaten it up. Maybe I can. I don't really know many Gen Zers. Those are that would be basically hanging out with my daughter's friends. So I'll sit back and watch this and see how all this unfolds. Sounds fun. But yeah, more power to Devin and Alice for creating this. So yeah, right on. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and we'll talk about the Constitution DAO probably, or I might change my mind. Who knows? All right, bye.